5 months, 21 weeks, 146 days, 3,504 hours. That is how long it's been from the final of the 2019 Tyrrell's Premier 15s all the way up to the millisecond that the first kick of the 2019-2020 season gets underway.
Hi everyone, the Women's Rugby Show is officially back for our second season, and we're here to bring you fans the one thing you've been missing over the summer: lots of women's rugby content. And for those of you who are new to the show, welcome. I'm Kirsty Shell.
And I'm Adam Zolty.
And we are here today to start the Tyrrell's Premier 15 seasons here at the Twickenham Stoop, and it's last season's runners-up Harlequins Ladies versus Richmond Women.
Absolutely, and we've got tons of stuff for you as always. We're going to be covering as much of the day as possible. Everything from analysing the game, speaking with fans, getting that match footage, and of course speaking to the players and coaches from both sides. There's tons and tons coming up, so please do keep watching. And
we have a very exciting new element to the show this season, as we have partnered up with bespoke women's rugby clothing brand Rugby RFC. They are the only women's clothing brand which has been measured specifically for women's rugby players. They have got amazing new designs and lots on offer. And on top of that, they're going to be helping us award the best player here today with the Women's Rugby Show Rugged Player of the Match Award.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm really excited for this partnership. It's so cool. Like, the range that Rugby FC has, I'm very jealous. I wish I could wear it, but there's nothing for me, unfortunately. But that is just one of the major announcements we're going to be making this season. But we're not going to make any more just yet. So what we want you to do, so that you don't miss out, please do these 4 very simple things. Number 1, like this video, nice and simple. Number 2, subscribe to the Women's Rugby Show on YouTube. Number 3, follow us across social media at Women's Rugby Show. Specifically, we're really active on Twitter and Instagram. And number 4, tell every rugby fan that you know about the Women's Rugby Show. Right, so with all that said and done, it is time. It is the moment we've been waiting for. I'm so excited. We've been waiting to say this all summer. So
let the season begin.
That was my line.
Oh, I'm just excited. Okay, so as usual, me and Adam will take one team each and talk about 3 points that you should know ahead of today's match. So I will start with the home side, Quins. Now, the first point to make is Quins made 10 new signings in the summer, and 6 of those were international players. So make sure today you keep a very close eye on those debutants, and especially Italy's Giardo Franco and Ireland's Anna Caplice. Now, they will be joining the amazing Jay Conkle in the back row, so Quins are going to be really dominant in this side of the game. So make sure you keep a close eye on those 3. Point number 2, Quins have made quite a few changes to their back line today. So usual number 10, Ellie Green, she moves into inside centre. Usual number 15, Emily Scott, she is now going to be fly half today. As new signing Chloe Rowley, she is now going to be fullback today. And lastly, point number 3 for Quins. They were the top point scorers of last season, so that's really impressive. However, today they are going to be without their top try scorer, Heather Carroll. She is not even in the squad today. So it's going to be quite a lot of pressure on England's Jess Breach and Kadisha Kamara.
Yeah, it's a tough task for Richmond, that's for sure. And I've got 3 things that you need to consider for them today. So, number 1, as Kirsty said, yes, they have lost Anna Caplice, but the problem is they've also lost influential playmaker centre Jade Wong. She's also an Ireland international, and she's also gone to a rival London club. She's gone to Saracens. The problem for Richmond is they haven't really replaced either Caplice or Wong. They've signed 4 new players, most of them quite young, and you'd expect them to make an impact in later seasons, but that may not help Richmond come the end of this year. Okay, point number 2, and it's time to talk tactics. Now, if I was Richmond head coach Mike Panaho, I'd probably be taller and have a lot more hair, but that's besides the point. If I was him, I would be saying to my team, get the ball as far away from the pack as quickly as possible. Now, the reason for that is these 2 sides, when you match up the 2 front 8s, there's no comparison. Quins are bigger, they're heavier, they're stronger. So really what you want to do is you want to get it as far away from them as possible, and in the backs there's more of a mismatch. Quins are really strong going forwards. There could potentially be questions of them in defence. So for Richmond, if you've got the likes of Siobhan Longden Hughes, if you've got Emily Hellgren, if you've got captain Georgie Gray, who was an ex-Quins by the way, if you're matching them up against the smaller likes of Ellie Green, Jess Breach, Khadija Kamara, then potentially that's where Richmond could get the advantage. So absolutely get the ball away from the front 8 and to the backs, and then really it's anyone's game. Okay, point number 3, let's look at the two teams and how they matched up from last year. First of all, Richmond, they won 5 games last year. 4 of those were against sides lower down the table than them, with only 1 coming against the team above them, and that was against Bristol Bears Women, and that was only by 2 points. These two teams faced each other twice last year. Richmond scored a total of 17 points in 2 games. Do you know how many Harlequins scored in this fixture?
I don't, I'm going to say a lot higher.
99 points
Wow.
in 2 games. So Richmond really need to come out the blocks flying. What happens at the end of this season is that the RFU are inviting the team in the bottom 4 to re-tender. So there's no guarantee that Richmond are going to be back in the league next year. So if they're going to do anything, they need to get this season off to a flyer, starting with this game.
Okay, so that's enough from me and Adam. Let's go and find out what the fans think. Thank you for joining me today. How do you think Quins are going to fare today against Richmond?
Local derby against Richmond, not sure. First game of the season, not sure yet. We'll see how they fare. I'm sure they've got a few things to iron out between each team. So.
And from last season, obviously they did really well. They were runners up. What do you think they'll do this season?
I think the competition's getting tougher, to be fair. There's more teams coming into it. There's another Exeter have just started a new team as well. So I think it's a very tight call, to be honest. We'll have to see how the season progresses. So.
Do you think Quins will get a win here today against Richmond?
Yeah, I think so. There's some calibre players in there. You've got Jess Breach, and when she gets hold of the ball, she might put a few in. So, yeah, it should be a tough call.
So fresh new season, how do you think Richmond are going to do against Quins today?
I think with the new coaching team they've got in place, I think they're going to do an awful lot better this season than they did last, and I predict a win today.
What do you reckon the score's going to be?
I think it's going to be a close game, but I think that Richmond are probably more determined than ever, so I think they'll edge it.
I agree with you. Do you think there's a particular player that will shine today, maybe a new signing?
Yeah, I think my daughter Fiona McIntosh, who's playing at number 5, will be an absolute superstar.
Amazing. Well, good luck to your daughter, and thank you for being here today.
Thank you.
Harlequins' last match at the Stoop was the 2019 semi-final against Loughborough Lightning, and this is the first time they've ever played a season opener in this stadium. England international Shauna Brown got injured in the penultimate fixture last year, but returns to the side at tight head prop. Fellow England colleague Jess Breach also makes her first start on the wing since returning from her injury. There's no place, through injury, rest or otherwise, for 2 of the club's marquee new signings. Sarah Beckett and Langy Tuma, Red Rose scrum half Leanne Riley, or even club captain Rachel Burford. So it's another England international, Abby Scott, who gets the captain's armband. As we've said, there's no Heather Cow, but Amy Cockayne and Alice Sheffield are also set to play their first match for their new club from the bench, having both joined from the Wasps ladies over the summer.
Head coach Mike Panaho has confidence in youth for this fixture and has decided to combine his young players, really young players, with his established stars. They've got 3 under-18s in the starting 15, including England Sevens under-18s captain Sadia Kabeya. She makes her debut as flanker. Under-18 winger Maya Dorr, and their scrum half Freya Orkin is only 17 years old, so it'll be interesting to see her battle against fellow number 9 Lucy Packer, who's in the home team. Elsewhere, former Harlequins hooker Pat Metcalf-Jones forms a formidable front row partnership with Rebecca Shora and Steph Evans. And in the backs, former Saracens wing Ellie Boatman starts in the number 14 shirt in her debut for the club, with former Harlequins player, as we said, Georgie Gray, selected to captain the side from outside centre in the absence of regular skipper Hannah Field. Gio, what a very tough game to come off the field. I guess, many would call it a baptism of fire. How tough was it out there today?
It was extremely physical and very, very tough. We knew it was going to be physical from the off. Basically, I think there's a hell of a lot of learnings we need to take from today. I mean, what a learning curve. Obviously, a massive scoreline, but what an outfit Quinn's put out today. So yeah, extremely physical. We're just going to take a lot of learnings from this coming into next week for Sarries.
Do you put it down to having quite a lot of new players, having quite a lot of young players, or just the fact that Quinns are that good?
I think it's a mixture of both. We've obviously got a hell of a lot of new combinations out on the pitch today, myself included, and a lot of young players, but we want to give those young players the opportunity to get into this environment as early as possible. And the difference being as well, we've got an outfit of 15, almost 15 professional players against 15 people that were at work yesterday. So the game is growing, and Quinns are doing a great job at putting women's rugby on a platform. So yeah.
Talk about some of those young players. You had 3 players start in the starting 15 under the age of 18 or there and thereabouts. How did you feel they did today?
So I think Freya started at 9 for us, was absolutely exceptional. She really backed herself to do a few snipes around her breakdown. She really made an impact for her, and her personal goals was to be able to show herself as a competitor in this type of level of rugby. Maya on the wing, the little blonde one, what a little pocket rocket. I mean, she absolutely smashed it. When she had ball in hand, she made game line, I think, every time. And Sadia on the flank, I mean, what a prodigy she's going to be. She can really put the hits in. She put some hits on some of Quinn's big girls today, so yeah, really proud of them all.
You talk about Saracens' next game.
Yeah.
How tough is it to start the season with the 2 finalists from last year?
I think, obviously a tough start, but a challenge we're ready for. We are ready to take every learning out of this. We're ready to try new combinations throughout these first 2 weeks, set a platform, and then we can really target games that we know are must-win games for us. So it's all about trying new combinations and see what we've got out in the squad.
And finally, how much does it mean to you to be a captain for this Richmond side against your old club?
I mean, it's an absolute honour. So I took a year away from the Prem just for myself to make sure I could build myself as a player and be in the right headspace. Coming back, obviously, against your old team, it's maybe not where you want to start the league, but I've had a warm welcome from all the Quinn's girls today, both coaches and the Richmond coaches believing in me to be able to give me that platform. Yeah, it's an honour.
Brilliant. Well, really sorry about today's result, but good luck for next week.
It's all right, we'll take it into next week. Thank you very much.
What an amazing opening match for Harlequins.
Yeah, amazing, especially with the crowd here as well. It was just such an amazing game to play, especially to open the season with a scoreline like that. It was just incredible.
Obviously a lot of new signings in the summer. How proud of you of this team, and what do you think the new signings have brought?
Oh, they've brought so much tempo, like so much ability. Like literally today, you can just see it out here today. Like we've scored some amazing tries. They've lifted the team and they've gelled with the team so well.
101-0. I don't think I've ever seen a final score like that. So what do you think you guys did particularly well in today?
I think it was just our offloading game. We got in behind them and we kept the ball alive, and they just couldn't live with us, luckily. And then all the offloads stuck, and luckily some of us were on the end of it, so it was really nice.
Great try for you as well. But there wasn't just one key player out there today. So as a team, how well have you all moulded together over the summer?
We've done a lot of team bonding stuff over the summer. Like we had a weekend away in Brighton towards the end of August. So then that really gelled us as a team, and we put a lot of processes into play, which as you can see we enforced today, which is really, really good.
And with an impressive start like that, could be winners this season. Who knows?
Oh no, I don't want to put it on it too soon, but we're just looking to build throughout the season, and hopefully we'll see what happens later on in the season.
Well, congratulations, that was absolutely amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Gianna, first of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
First game for Quins, first win, over 100 points.
Yeah.
How was it for you today?
Well, it was amazing. I think it's one of the most exciting games that I have ever played. The pitch was amazing, the crowd outstanding, and what a pleasure to play with these girls. Really, really amazing.
You've only been part of the squad for a very short time. How have you found making friends, being part of this team?
No, to be honest, I arrived from 1 month probably, but I feel like part of this family. The girls really created a fantastic group. There is a lot of new players this year, but it seems very, very close. Very strong group, I think.
And from your side, what's your experience of English rugby at the top level?
Well, I think that will be only great to me to play at this level. The physicality is really huge, and I'm really happy to play at this level. I hope that will increase my play. And
I guess the last question from you: who has been the player that you've been sort of most friendly with? You've been making friends here in the squad. Is anyone that you've instantly clicked with as like your best friend straight out of the?
Oh wow! I live with other 5 queens, so if I say one, we'll probably be in trouble with the other 5. So no, the queen's house is the best.
Apart from that, you were absolutely outstanding today.
Thank you
much
so much.
that you've got the first ever Women's Rugby Show Player of the Match Award.
Oh, thank you.
It's from our sponsor Ruggett. So this is for you.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you very
and
much.
good luck for the season.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so there we have it. Harlequins Women versus Richmond Women, 101-0 to Harlequins. I've never actually seen a final score like that.
No, it was incredible. It was amazing. I guess it shows two things for these two teams. One, for Quins, they've set their marker down for the season, and they want to show this league that they are champions elect, if not definitely going to be in the final for this season. For Richmond, I just can't see it getting any better for them. I think they're going to be really in trouble by the end of the campaign.
Yeah, Harlequins were so strong and so dominant today. I definitely would not want to be taking them on next weekend,
No.
for sure. But please make sure you like this video, subscribe to the Women's Rugby Show YouTube channel, follow us across all social media platforms, but most importantly, please keep spreading the word about the women's game and the Women's Rugby Show.
Absolutely, and for those of you that didn't see our announcement earlier in the week, we've got some massive news. The Women's Rugby Show is going national. Yes, we've got another team up in the Midlands that are going to be covering games by Loughborough Lightning, Bristol Bears Women, Gloucester Hartpury and Worcester Warriors Women as well. So very exciting. It just means we get to bring you guys more rugby content.
Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
See you guys. Bye.